Hello all. So today's topic is Newton-Raphson method, the another method which is used to find the root of any kind of mathematical equation. Okay, so this method is also called as Newton's method. This method actually is widely used in numerical methods because it gives very fast convergence, how we will see in the numerical, and that's why it is normally known as Newton's method name also. Okay, so if you will see what is the definition of this method. So this method is also a chord method in which we approximate the curve near a root by a straight line. So similar kind of definition we have seen for the Regular-Falsy method also, that is also a chord method. Okay, and we were using straight line equation there also, but it is somewhat different. And what is the difference, we will have a look just by this graphical representation. Okay, so what is this numerical method? So this Newton-Raphson method says that suppose we have a curve y equals to f of x, and we have plotted that curve in this xy plot, and we are representing that curve with this blue line. Okay, so suppose this blue line shows the curve of y equals to f of x. So we have to find the root of this equation, means what, where this curve cuts the x-axis. At that point we say that this is the root of this equation. Okay, generally we used to say the same thing, right? So here what we are doing, we are taking a curve y equals to f of x, and suppose we have its actual root at point C, it is represented here, the actual point C. So we have to find this point, with the help of this Newton-Raphson method. So how we are doing it? So first of all, the first step is find a nearest approximate root. This is our first step, find a nearest approximate root. Now how we will find? The similar process what we have done in bisection method and Regular-Falsy method, by random check. Okay, we used to find the value of a and b there. Now we have to find only one value, either a or b, whatever is the nearest to this root that we have to find. And how we will find it, we will see in the numerical problem. Okay, so because there is only one root we are working on, so that's why it is named as x naught, not a and b, x naught. Okay, so what we are doing here, so I am finding a nearest root x naught, approximated root, and then what we are doing, we are locating this point onto the curve, and suppose this is my point. Okay, so what will be this value? This is my f of x naught, right? So this is the, when we locate this x naught at the curve, we get the point f of x naught, right? And now I have given a name to this point, that is suppose P. So what are the coordinates for this point? That is x naught and f of x naught. Okay, this is the value of x-axis, y-axis, right? And what we are doing next, at the point P, I have this point P, I am drawing a tangent to the curve at this point, drawing a tangent to this curve at this point P. And now where does this line cuts the x-axis, that is my next iteration value. Okay, so that is the value of x1. So this is the first iteration value. First we have to get the value of x0 and then value of x1. Okay, so x1 we are getting by drawing a tangent to the curve, right? So after that we have to find the value of f of x1, and if f of x1 is coming near to the 0 or exactly equals to 0, then we will say this is the root of this curve. And if it is not equals to 0, then that means what, we have to go for the further iteration. So what is the further iteration? Same procedure, we will do the same thing here. Same means what, we will locate this x1 into the curve. Now that point is what, that is my f of x1, and this is my new point. Now I will draw a next tangent at this point to the curve, and where does this next point cuts the axis, that gives the new approximated root. Okay, so in the same manner we will move further until we reach to the desired root. Clear? So first procedure, find the value of x naught with the help of random check method, then by drawing a tangent line to the respective x naught curve point, we will find the x1, and after that x2, x3. The same process will keep on repeating. Okay, so this is the process or procedure of the Newton-Raphson method. So here first step, we are finding the value x naught, the approximation to the root of f of x, and then we will locate this x naught on the curve, and that point is suppose P. So the coordinate for this point is x naught f of x naught. Then drawing the tangent to the curve at that point P, and after that where the point intersects with the tangent to the x axis is taken as the next approximation to the root. Okay, so the point of intersection of the tangent where the with the x axis is taken as the next approximation to the root. Okay, and what is the next? We have to repeat this process until we get the desired accuracy, right? So this is the procedure for the complete Newton-Raphson method. So we have understood the graphical representation of Newton-Raphson method and procedure of the Newton-Raphson method. Now let's have a graphical derivation of this method, that how we will do it mathematically. So first of all, we are considering a portion of the graph of y equals to f of x where it crosses the x-axis. Suppose the exact root is point M of the axis. The exact root is point M. So we are considering a desirable range of that curve. Like suppose this is my graph, this is my curve, and that is my root point M. So I am considering this part of the equation of the graph. Okay. What is next? We will find the point x naught and respective f of x naught and locate that point as B, point P, and we will draw a tangent line at this point P on the curve. Okay, so this is our next step. Now suppose this tangent at point P cuts the x-axis at point R. That means suppose this is my graph, this point is x naught, so this point is what my P with the coordinates of x naught and f of x naught. Now I am drawing a tangent to this, and where it cuts the x-axis, that is my point R. Okay, this point R, and I am representing this point, the x naught point, as Q. So for derivation of this method, we will consider now this triangle. Okay, so here we can see the value PQ is how much? The value of this PQ is how much? The value is this, that is f of x naught, the value of y-axis. Okay, so this is the value of PQ. Now what is the value of this QR? The value of this QR is how much? That is this much. So up to this value we have x naught value, and this is my x1. So I can say the QR is what? X naught minus x1, right? So what I am doing here, I have a curve and I got this triangle here on which I have to work, and now because I have drawn a tangent, so I have to find the slope of this tangent. Okay, so we will get the slope of the tangent by taking this angle alpha. Suppose this is alpha, so tan angle alpha can be written as like this, that is PQ by QR. This is P, this is Q, and this is R. So PQ by QR is my tangent slope of that line, right? Or another method to find the slope of the method of that tangent line is what? We can have the dy by dx at point P. So this is my graph, this is my actual root, point P on the curve, point Q with the value x naught, point R the tangent line where it cuts the x-axis. Okay, so these all in the graph. Now I have to find the slope of this curve, slope of this line, tangent line. So how we will get dy by dx, right? So dy by dx can be found as dy, the difference of y-axis, this much, divided by dx, the difference of the x-axis, that is this much. So that is what this value is. This value is f of x naught, yes, dy is f of x naught, and this value is how much? That is x naught minus x1. So here it is. Okay, so here we can write this dy by dx as f dash x naught also, which is another representation of this derivative. So now I got this equation. Now this is the equation what we have to use. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are finding the value of x naught by random check, and then we are moving towards the root. So in my first iteration I got the value of x1 by drawing a tangent line to the curve. So I have the value of x naught, I have to find the value of x1, right? So on this equation what I have to find? I have to find this x1 value. So I am just rearranging this equation to find the value of x1 like this. So what I get? x1 as x naught minus f of x naught divided by f dash x naught. So I have just rearranged this equation. Okay, so in general, if I have to go for number of iterations, so in general what will be my representation of the equation? That is x n plus 1 equals to x n minus f of x n divided by f dash x n. So this is the equation which is going to use for the calculation purpose using Newton-Raphson method. This should be remembered to all. Let's have a look on the first problem related to Newton-Raphson method. So the question says, find a root of the equation given like this, x cube minus 2x minus 5 equals to 0. So what is my first step in the procedure? I have to find the value of x naught. What is x naught? That is the first approximated root which is near to the root. Okay, so I have to find the value of x naught at the first step. So how we will do it? This by the help of random check. Okay, so in the random check, what we used to do in bisection method and Revloff-Houssey method, so we have to find the value of f of 0, f of 1, f of 2 and so on until we got a desired value. Okay, so how we will check? Let's see. So my equation is x cube minus 2x minus 5. So for f of 0, the value will be 0 minus 5 is minus 5. What is f of 1? So 1 cube minus 2 minus 5 will give the value of minus 6. What is f of 2? So it is 2 cube, that is 8. 8 minus 4 is 4 minus 5 is 1, minus 1. Okay, and what is f of 3? Let's have another calculation. So that is 3 cube 27 minus 6 is 21 minus 5 is 16. Okay, so we can see what I have to find. I have to find a approximated root that is named as x naught. Approximated root means what? It should be near to the value 0. When f of x equals to 0, that is we call it the root of this equation. So if x naught we have to find, then it should be near to the value of 0. So we can see in my first check I got the value as minus 5 and in second I got minus 6. So we can see this is going farther to the value 0. So it should not be done. And in next value I got the value as minus 1. That means it is coming towards the value of 0. Okay. And in next we can again see that the value is going more far from the value of 0. Okay. So that means we are getting a value near to 0 like this for this solution. Okay. So we can have this value as the value of x naught. So x naught can be taken as the value of 2. Okay. This calculation, the finding of x naught is very important for this method. Okay. So we have to take good care of while the calculation. Okay. So what is the further solution? I have represented here. So we have this equation. I have a random check and I found the value as 2 for x naught because of this minus 1 value. Okay. And now we will go for the Newton-Raphson method. So this is the equation for Newton-Raphson method. I want the value of xn, f of xn and f dash of xn. So this is my f of x. So let's have f dash of x. So it is a first derivative of the given function. So simple, we have derived this equation, we have differentiated this equation and we got 3x square minus 2. Okay, simple derivation of this equation. So now we can keep the equation like this by keeping the value of f of x and f dash of x. Okay, so further solution will be like this. See here in the same equation what we have seen for the Newton-Raphson method, for the first iteration can be written like this. This is x1 equals to x naught minus f of x naught divided by f dash x naught. So I have the value of x naught, I have the value of f of x naught and we can get the value of f dash x naught also. So what is those values? That is x naught equals to 2 found by random check, f of x naught, and what is my f dash x naught? That is 3x square minus 2, replacing the value of 2 with the x naught. Okay, so I got this value as 10. So by keeping this all value in the equation, I got the value for x1 as 2.1, that is my first iteration value. Okay, so let's have a look that whether it is going towards the root or not. So f of x1, 2x cube minus 2x minus 5, replace the value of x with 2.1, so the value is 0.061. Okay, it is very important to cross check whether you are going for the correct solution or not. And how we will check it? See, here in f of x naught you are getting the value of -1, and ideally we should have a value of f of x equals to 0. Okay, and in next iteration I am getting value as 0.061. That means from -1 to 0.061 we have moved towards the value 0. Okay, so that means we are going for the right solution. That check we have to keep in the mind always. Always check whether you are going for the correct solution or not. Always check by the value of f of x. In the each iteration you should go near to the 0. That means you are going towards the root. If you are going farther to the 0, that means you are going away from the root, so you will not get your correct answer. So this is a cross check for this kind of question. Okay, so now we have this f of x1 as 0.061. This is not equals to 0, so that means what? We have to go for the further iteration. So for further iteration I want f dash x1, so we have calculated this value, and this is the equation for my next iteration, that is the value of x2. So we kept all the values here, and I got the value of x1 like this, 2.094519. so what is my f of x2? That is coming as like this. So here you can see we are getting a preciseness of 0.03. Okay, that means we are getting an error of 0.03% only. Okay, so it is giving a very high accuracy, but still we can go for the one more iteration. So I have this f dash x2 and then one more iteration as x3, and this value is coming as like this, 2.094551. And here we can see that f of x3 is coming as this, 0.000058. That means it is giving a very negligible error, that is like 0.005%. So this much error can be neglected, because as in this question it is not been asked anything that how to find the root, whether up to the 3 decimal correct places, 4 correct decimal places, or up to a desired accuracy. Nothing has been given. So we have to represent here that this much of negligible error can be considered. And one more thing, that here the 4th correct decimal is getting 2.0945, 2.0945 we are getting here. So we can stop the solution here and we can go for the our final answer, that is 2.0945. Okay, so this is a solution for Newton-Raphson method.